आयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं नमयों विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामी नामिने कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं कलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 1st chapter. Yesterday we heard that Ajamila, the Yamadutas, they are replying to various questions by the Vishnu Dutas. They asked, what is the nature of dharma? What are the characteristics of adharma? What is the process of punishment? Who are to be punished? Whether all karmis are to be punished, or is there specific persons who are to be punished among the karmis? In reply, Yamadutas first mentioned about whatever is written in the Vedas is dharma. That is the duty of all the living entities. Any action against that is adharma. Vedas are not different from Narayana. Therefore, Narayana has given the dharma, principles of dharma for all the living entities. Even though he is beyond the three modes of material nature, he, for this material world, he has created three modes of material nature, and as per the classification, he gave the qualities, he gave the specific social status, and he also gave specific duties for these persons. So, dharma is that which is to be followed as per this Narayana's instruction. And adharma is that which is just the opposite. Then the other question is, who are to be punished? Or what is the process of punishment? The process of punishment, yesterday we heard that now there should be witness. When there is a judgment, one is punished or rewarded, there is a judgment made. There is a judge who says, yes, he is right, therefore he is to be rewarded, he is wrong, he is to be punished. Therefore, who is the judge? The Yamaduta said, the sun, the moon, the night, the day, the two sandhyas, dawn and the dusk, all the directions, the earth, the water, fire, the sky, and dharma personification. They are all the witness. They are all the witnessing all the living entities' activities. So, as per that witness, whether one is performing good action or bad action, they are telling it. And therefore, accordingly, one is punished. Those who have done ill activities or sinful activities as per these witnesses, they are to be punished. But the other thing is that any person in this material world who is performing karma is supposed to do both good and bad activities. No living entity is performing dharma always. No living entity is performing adharma always. Being influenced by the three modes of material nature, sometimes during the life of each person, he or she is doing both good and bad activities. Therefore, whatever bad activities are done, that person is supposed to get punishment. Therefore, it is to be understood that all karmis are subject to punishment, because no living entity can exist without action, and no action is possible without committing sin. Therefore, everyone is subject to punishment. All the karmis are subject to punishment. We will continue from verse number 45. Jena javan yatha dharmo veha samirih sa eva tat phalam bhunkte तथा तावदमुत्र वै। यह लोके जे व्यक्ति जे परिमाण और जे प्रकार धर्म बा अधर्म आचरण करे, परलोके से व्यक्ति सेई परिमाण और सेई प्रकार कर्मफल भोग करिया थाके। In this material world, to whatever degree of dharma or adharma one performs, whatever kind of dharma or adharma one performs, accordingly in the next planet also or in the next birth also, he will get that kind of result. If it is a very severe mistake, gross sin, then he will get a result accordingly. If one has performed a kind of adharma which is not good, there are also different types of adharma. Adharma is not one, there are many types of adharma. Like speaking ill, speaking false, lies, speaking lies is adharma. Stealing others' property is also adharma. Attacking some persons unnecessarily is adharma. Murdering someone is adharma. Murdering a group of people is also adharma. Killing a pregnant woman is also adharma. Killing the womb, the infant within the womb, the fetus is adharma. There are different adharmas. And there are different degrees of adharmas also. Therefore, as per the degree of adharma and as per the kind of adharma, one will get punishment in the next birth. Means nobody can escape. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary, means the what do you call, the Vishnudutas asks what is the process of punishment? On what basis is the punishment given to someone? There should be some basis. The basis is that what is the severity of the offense one has performed. You see, a person is stealing someone's property. Okay, and that person is punished. But the same person, let's say another person who is also stealing, but he is a very established person in the society. Let's say chairman of a company. If he is doing that stealing means not literally going to someone's house and stealing, but he is doing some offensive act, corruption and things like that. He is stealing some public property. Then he is definitely more punishable, isn't it? It is the act of stealing an ordinary person has done and an established person has done. Even though you may see that the activity is the same, he is also stealing, but as per his total social status, the degree of this offense becomes severe. An ordinary thief is punished, but a person who is established, a chairman of a company or someone he has done it, then he is punished more severely, isn't it? It is there in all societies. It's not only in one country or another country. In every country it is true. A thief, in order to plunder money from someone, he has killed someone accidentally. And in the hospital, doctors are killing someone to sell the kidneys, the eyes and other organs of a person. They want to make business out of it. Are both of them punished at the same level? An ordinary thief and a doctor who is also doing this? No. They are punished in a different manner. Why? Because it depends on the degree or the intensity, the severity of the adharma and the type of adharma also. Because people go to a doctor with a lot of faith that he is going to save our life. Nobody is going to a thief thinking that okay, he is going to save my life. But people go to a doctor thinking that he will save my life. And he is misutilizing it. Therefore, he is subject to a very severe punishment. Whereas a thief, nobody expects that he is going to do good to the society. It is expected that he is a thief or a robber, or he is black mark on the society. Therefore, punishment is there, but not as severe. So, the process of punishment is being explained here. की प्रकारे दंड विधान करा है ताहार उत्तरे बोलितेছেন जावान जे परिमाणे जेन जे प्रकारे अधर्म बा धर्म कृत হয় तत्फलम ताहार फल सुख बा दुख এই দুই প্রকার এবং সেই পরিমাণে শাস্ত্র দৃষ্টি অনুসারেই ভোগ করিয়া থাকে. So if one has performed a very pious activity, he will get lot of happiness. If a person has performed little pious activity, he will get little happiness. In a similar manner, if a person has performed a very, very severe offense, a person has performed a very, very severe mistake, then he will have more sinful reaction. And if a person has performed a little less grave, then he will have less punishment. Therefore, as per the degree of one's dharma or adharma, and as per the kind of dharma or adharma, one will get happiness or distress to that degree and of that kind. If we have given charity to someone, let's say, then maybe in our next life we are very poor, or we are in some fallen state. Somebody will come and protect us because we have done it in the past. If we have kicked someone in this life, next birth, even though we are being kicked by everyone, still that person will come and kick us because we kicked him in the past life. So as per the action we performed, we get reaction. In this material world, no one can escape the reaction of the activities one has performed in this life or in the next life. In the jurisdiction of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, there cannot be any injustice. There cannot be injustice in the jurisdiction of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Sometime or later, now or later, one has to either enjoy or suffer the activities one has performed. If it is dharma, he will enjoy. If it is adharma, he will suffer. Yateha deva pravarastrei straividya mupalabhyate bhuteshu guna vaichitriat तथान्यत्रानु मीयते। हे देव श्रेष्ठगण, जे रूप ए स्थाने गुणवैचित्र्य गुणेर त्रैविध्य निबंधन प्राणीगण के शांत घोर मूढ़ सुखी दुखी ओ मध्यवर्ती अथवा धार्मिक अधार्मिक ओ तन्मध्यवर्ती त्रिविध दशाग्रस्त देखते पावा जाए, तद्रूप परकाले ताहादेर त्रिविधत्व अनुमित होइया थाके। Like currently, in this current life, one is able to see the three kinds of situations. One is dharma, adharma, and the middle, means sin, pious activity, sinful activity, and in between, neutral activity. In this life also we see neutral activity, pious activity, and sinful activity. In a similar manner, in the next birth also, means what the Yamadutas are telling is that basically the next life is going to be a mirror image of this life only. It's not that our next life is going to be very different. Now we are performing sins, we are performing pious activities. Next birth also we will perform sinful activities and pious activities. This is going on. This will continue. Shanta, Ghora, Moodha, Sukhi, Dukhi, Madhyavarti, Dharmika, Adharmika, Tanmadhyavarti. We have various, influenced by the modes of material nature, we are having different feelings. Sometimes peaceful, sometimes ferocious, sometimes ignorant, sometimes happy, sometimes unhappy, sometimes neutral, sometimes sinful activity, sometimes pious activity, sometimes neutral. All these are going in the current life. In a similar manner, parakaleu tahader trividhatva anumito hoiya thake. In the next birth also or later also, it is going to be there. Whatever we are doing this moment, the same is also going to continue. For the karmis, here we have to understand that the Yamadutas are talking about the karmis. They are going on performing actions, and this action is only getting repeated. We take birth, we are performing some actions, sinful as well as pious activities. We are dying, again we are taking birth, we are performing some other kind of sinful activities and pious activities, again dying. This is continuing. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary, Jiver Satvadi Gunasanga Pratyakshayi Upalabdhi Kurun Iha bolete chen Jateha Ityadi. You directly try to understand the activities of the living entities influenced by Sattva, Raja and Tama. As long as we are living in this material world, we are bound to be influenced by the three modes of material nature. Yesterday we heard that sometimes good thoughts prevail in our mind, sometimes bad thoughts prevail in our mind, sometimes cruel thoughts prevail in our mind, sometimes very ferocious thoughts will come in our mind. Always it's not going to be the same, because we are influenced by the three modes of material nature. So long as we are influenced by Maya, or the three modes of Maya, we are bound to be passing through these various feelings or various states of mind. This is bound to happen. So here the Yamadutas are telling, my dear Devaganas, you seem to be best among the gods. You realize, experience for yourself that the living entities are इहलोके जेरु पुण्य पाप उभय मिश्र कर्म हेतु प्राणीगणेर मध्य त्रैविध्य देखा जाए, तद्रूप अन्यत्र परलोके व अन्न जन्मे सुखित्व मिश्रत्व और दुखित्व अनुमित होइया करिते होइबे अवश्य शास्त्र दृष्टिते एई भाव. Just like in this world, in this planet, at this time, we are experiencing happiness, goodness, distress, etc. Similarly, in other worlds also, at other times also, during other births also, we are going to experience the same thing. Try to understand this. The Yamadutas are telling, try to understand this, because they don't have experience of Vaikuntha planet. In the Vaikuntha planet, there is no birth, there is no distress, there is only happiness there, there is no sin, there is no adharma there. But in general, they are talking, because that's why Yamaraj and his servants, they don't have any activity to do in Golok Dham. They don't have to punish, or they don't have to see whether everything is going all right or not there. Police is not required in Golok Dham. Police is required in this material world. Maya is that police. So we have to control. There should be somebody should be policing us, governing us, disciplining us. But in that spiritual world, there is no such thing required. Therefore, justice is, there only in this illusory world, not in the spiritual planet. There is nothing called justice or injustice. In this place where there is dualities, these things exist. So, in the next birth, or means in another birth, in another planet, at other times also, those who are influenced by these three modes of material nature, they are sometimes performing good actions, sometimes performing bad actions, sometimes happiness, sometimes distress, sometimes neutral. This is going on. Arthat, ihaloke praniganer madhye means one, if he has attained Swargaloka, heavenly planet, he will be free. It is not like that. You see how many mistakes Indra has performed. He disrespected his guru. He killed his guru. He became so egoistic that he did not respect his guru also. Indra, you don't expect that Indra does any adharma, but he is also doing. That's why it is told in Paraloka also, in other material planets also, because there is influence of Sattva, Raja, Tamo Guna. It's not that the Devatas are always influenced by mode of goodness. Yes, for most of the time they are in mode of goodness than living entities, but it's not that they are always in the mode of goodness. They also are under the spell of mode of passion and ignorance. Therefore, here or in other planets, now or later, in this birth or the next, the living entities are influenced by all these things. अर्थात इहलोके प्राणीगणेर मध्ये गुणगत वैचित्र्य हेतु जेमन शांत घोर ओ मूढ़ अथवा सुखी दुखी ओ सुख दुखी किंवा धार्मिक अधार्मिक उभय स्वरूप এই জাতীয় তিন প্রকার ভাব লক্ষিত হয় সেই রূপ পরলোকেও ত্রিবিধ ভাবের অনুমান করা যায়. So just like you experience these various kinds of mental status in the living entities of this material world, like peaceful, ferocious, angry, happy, unhappy, pious, and what do you call sin, like these things are there. In a similar manner, you have to understand that in other planetary worlds also this is there. वर्तमानो अन्ययो कालो गुणाभिज्ञापको यथा एवं जन्मान्ययोरेत रेतद तद्धर्माधर्म निदर्शनम. जे रूप वर्तमान बसंतादि काल अतीतो ओ अनागतो बसंतादि ऋतु गुणादिर अनुमापक है तद्रूप এই জন্ম অতীত ও ভবিষ্যৎ জন্মের ধর্মাধর্মের নিদর্শন স্বরূপ হইয়া থাকে. Just like this springtime, means this spring season is a repetition of the past spring, and also in the future it is going to come. In a similar manner, you have to understand that this birth is nothing but a mirror of our past and of our future. Just like last birth, last year there was winter. This year there is winter. Next year there is going to be winter. The past winter we have experienced that it was cold. Similarly, this winter also is going to be cold. The next winter is not going to be different, it is also going to be cold. In a similar manner, this birth indicates what we have done in the past and what we are going to do in the next also. This winter is an indication of past winter as well as the future winter also. Every winter we have to protect ourselves. Every winter we have to wear our sweatshirts. Every winter we have to have room heaters. Every winter, not this winter is special, it's not like that. In a similar manner, this birth is not special. This birth is an indication of what we have done in the past birth, and it's also going to reflect what we are going to do in the future also. Means just a repetition of dharma, adharma, sin and good, sin and good activity, that's all. In the past, in the current, and in the future also. वर्तमान जन्मेर द्वाराई पूर्व और अपर जन्मेर धर्म और अधर्म ज्ञान होइया थाके. इहा दृष्टांतेर सहित बोलितेछे वर्तमानः इत्यादि. The current birth gives an indication of what we have done in the past. Like this winter indicates what we have done in the past winter also, isn't it? Past winter also we had gone through this. So, in a similar manner, this birth, this lifetime gives an indication of what that we have done, some karma, dharma and adharma, therefore we have taken birth. And therefore we are suffering. Therefore we are undergoing so many mental conditions, so many sufferings and happiness. In a similar manner, this very birth is also an indication of our future birth. Means an intelligent person, Yamadutas are not telling, but I am telling that the intelligent person, he understands that from the past birth I have committed so many sinful actions. I have imbibed all those bad thoughts in my mind. And now, in this birth, I am getting happiness and distress as per all those activities I have performed. Whatever is gone is gone. I cannot bring back that. Whatever time has elapsed, that is gone. Time and tide wait for none. The time, when it comes. Nobody can stop it. When the tide comes, nobody can stop. It comes, that's all. You have to face it. But what you can do is, you can prepare for it. Don't let the tide come. Okay, if the tide comes, at that time I will think. No. Before the tide comes, you have to ready yourself. So, now I have experienced in the past tide, I was just drawn into the waters, I was just, devastated in the past. There was a tsunami tide. Tsunami? It came in India. Heavy wind, heavy rain, the raise in the water. There was a heavy tide and it has taken so many lives. Now, I was not aware of it, but now that I am aware of it, I shall be prepared for any such, Adi Daivika disturbances. We cannot escape. I am not saying that there is a way to escape, but I am telling that we will try to learn from the past and utilize it for the future. We cannot bring past anyway. Oh, why did I do like that? Why did I jump into the water when I don't know swimming? No point in thinking then. Just try to save yourself. After jumping into the river water, you cannot think that why did I jump in the first place. No. Save yourself and then next time don't jump. That is important. But if we are not learning anything from the past, we are no different from animals. Animals, they are just acting as per the instincts. And if we are also doing like that, then there is no difference between animals and us. So, here, the Yamadutas, even though they are not telling that we have to prepare now, but what it means is that our current life is an indication of what we have done in the past, and it is also indicating what we are going to do in the future. Means this is what is continuing. This is a mirror image, this is an image of our past and future. And he is giving this with an example. वसंतादि काल जे रूप अतीत और भविष्यत वसंतादि कालेर जे गुण अर्थात पुष्प फलादि ताहार अभिज्ञापक है से रूप यही वर्तमान जन्मो अन्न अतीत और भविष्यत जन्मेर धर्म और अधर्मेर निर्देश करे. Just like he gave an example of a springtime. During the springtime, there is the flowers, they blossom. There are certain indications. There is breeze. There is this. There are some indications. When we see these indications, then we will understand, oh, spring has begun. The spring season has begun. Just like the winter also, isn't it? There are certain fruits that come. There are certain vegetables that come during the winter season. There is cold. All these are the characteristics of winter. Or all these things are indicating the arrival of winter. In a similar manner, whatever we are getting now is an indication of what we have done in the past. Do you understand the simile? Do you understand the example? What we are getting now is an indication of what we have done in the past. Just like in the past also, during the winter season or during the spring season, there are particular flowers, fruits that they come. There is a kind of particular characters. In a similar manner, in this springtime also it is there, and it is going to be there in the next spring also. In a similar manner, the living entities, whatever one is acting now is due to the what has happened in the past only. अर्थात मनुष्य वर्तमान जन्मे धर्म और अधर्म उभय आचरण देखिया अतीत और भविष्यते जन्मे भविष्य जन्मेओ ताहार उभय प्रकार कर्मेरई संघटन अनुमान करा जाए. Therefore, by the actions one is performing in this birth, one can very easily infer what he has done in the past and what he is going to do in the future also. Like if someone is a very great sinner, in India at least we say that your past life was very bad. I don't know whether you say in your country or not. You had a very bad past life. You did all these things to these people and because of that you are getting. Means it is an indication, my current life is an indication of what I did in the past. In a similar manner, it is going to indicate what is going to come in the future. So, one has to understand, this is the inference that one can make from the current life. Manasaiva पुरे देवः पूर्वरूपं विपश्यति अनुमीमांसते अपूर्वं मनसा भगवानजः सर्वज्ञ ओ ब्रह्मतुल्य जमदेव स्वीय पुरीते अवस्थित थाकिया अथवा प्राणीगणेर हृदयाभ्यंतरे अंतर्यामी रूपे अवस्थित होइया मनोद्वाराई जीवेर पूर्वकृत आचरण देखिते पान एवं ताहा होइते मनोद्वाराई तद अनुरूप भविष्य आचरण अनुमान करिया थाकेन. So the Yamadutas, the servants of Yamaraj, they are telling that our Lord Yamaraj, he is Sarvagya, he is an all-knower. He is residing in the heart of all the living entities. Therefore, even while staying in his own abode, the abode of Yamaraj, it is the place of Yamaraj where he is staying. Even while staying in his own abode, he is able to see the activities of all the living entities. What they had done in the past and what they are going to be in the future, he is able to very clearly see. Yamaraj, because he is Sarvagya. What is the meaning of Sarvagya? Sarvagya means the one who knows past, present and future. Therefore, our master Yamaraj, he is residing in the heart of all the living entities, and therefore, even while sitting in his own abode, he is able to see the past life of all the living entities, and also he is able to infer upon what is going to be the future of all these living entities. What kind of punishment this person is going to get, what kind of life he is going to lead next. He is able to see all those things. So we'll stop here, then continue tomorrow. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय. परमाराध्यतम पतित पावन स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी श्री गुरु महाराज की जय. नित्य लीला प्रविष्टो विष्णुपाद परमहंस स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद भक्तिदयित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय. जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय. जय श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय. श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. सपरिकर श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन श्री श्री राधा गोविंद श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ जीव की जय. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय. श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेद व्यास महामुनि की जय. जय सुखदेव गोस्वामी परीक्षित महाराज की जय. जय श्रीमद् भागवत श्रवणकारी भक्त वृंद की जय. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. निताय गौर